Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Mm. Just made myself a fresh cup of coffee. So needed, so necessary. How are you guys? Hello, hello. Thank you to everyone who's joining. Thank you to everyone who's watching this on replay. Welcome. I ordered a bunch of stuff before the sale started over at Sephora. I ordered a bunch of stuff to try out, and it finally came in. So I am excited to get this live going. But first, let me say hello to some people in the chat here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Svetlana, Pascal, Valerie, Nutrix, Petra. Hello. Hi, everyone. It's so good to see everyone. As you can tell, I am trying out different times for my lives. I've been doing them a lot on the weekends, but I thought since the VIB sale or the Sephora Spring Savings event is going on, it starts today. I thought, let me do a live today. Wouldn't that be fun? Hey, guys. Hello, everyone. Oh, we've got Isabel here from Madrid. How exciting. How exciting. Oh, we've got someone catching me live for the first time. Welcome. Welcome to the circus. I used to go live a lot many years ago, and then I just stopped. It just wasn't something that was like fitting into my schedule quite right. But anyway, I'm back at it and I feel awkward. So I apologize. I apologize. Okay. We've got Janine. Hold on. My phone is like in a bad place. Let me move this. Move this 1 second. 1 second while I get situated. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. How's that? Is that all right? Okay. So Janine, you placed an order last night at Sephora. Looking forward to hearing my thoughts on the Givenchy powder. Okay. I am looking forward to trying out this powder. So I just ordered this, haven't even opened it up. I did get shade number 3, Vol Rosé, because this was the shade that I used in the previous Prism Libre loose powder. So this is the new Prism Libre pressed powder. And so they've reformulated their loose powder, they've reformulated their pressed powder. The loose powder has been, I think in general, disappointing compared to their previous loose powder. I think most of us can agree. So I have heard that the pressed powder kind of makes up for the loose powder. I'm hearing that this is really great, that this is actually a little bit more similar to the previous loose powder. We'll see, but let's take a look at this. Comes with a little brush, isn't that cute? And then it actually has a little swing over here. So here is Vol Rose. I wonder if my lighting is kind of blowing it out. Not really, it's actually pretty pale. I don't know if you guys remember this shade in the previous loose powder. The pink was a little bit brighter. The, excuse me, the yellow was like a little bit brighter. This seems a little bit more muted. And let me do, I mean, swatching loose powder or pressed powders, I don't know. Let's see, does it work? This is a really heavy swatch. But there it is. It seems to have, sorry. Yeah, it seems to have a finish more like the previous loose powder. So my complaint with the current loose powder is that it's like strangely shiny. It's very odd. It's same with the meteorites. I don't know what Galan did, but anyway, this seems to have more of like a satin finish. I don't know if you guys can see that through the camera, but it has like a softer satin finish. Okay, so we're excited to try that. We're excited to try that on the skin, but I do have some other stuff that I want to apply first because these are all relatively new to Sephora. So I thought maybe it would be helpful, when you guys shop. So Sarah Creole has this brilliant repair shield. It is SPF 50, and she's come out with a lighter shade. So her original shade is kind of like a mid-tone bronzy shade, but this repair shield is tinted, and she's come out with a lighter one. So I wanted to try that. I do also have the new Benefit Hula Wave in original. They actually sent this to me, and they've come out with Hula in a cream version. They even sent over a Hula brush to apply it. So I'm excited to try that. I'm kind of like super late to the Hula game. It just was never a bronzer I was interested in trying. Admittedly, I think it's that little box packaging. I'm just not a fan of it. But anyway, I have recently tried it and it is quite nice. I'm like, okay, well, there's a reason why it's been around for a gazillion years. And then Supergoop came out with some new products, part of their Glow Screen line. So I don't think we'll have a chance to try this because of the Sarah Creole, but this is the Mineral Glow Screen Soft Radiance Drops in Sunrise. And it's mineral sunscreen. It is zinc oxide in here. So I'll try that maybe in another video, but they've also come out with like a glow screen stick, which has chemical sunscreen. And it's kind of like a highlighter stick. And I got it in shade Sunrise. Here's what it looks like. It's got a little cap. And here is the stick. So I'm excited to try that as highlight. I want to see if it's something I could use to reapply my sunscreen kind of all over. I don't know if it's going to be like too shiny, so we'll play with that. I do also have the Kosas Cloud Set Airy Setting and Smoothing Mist. This is like a setting spray. It is setting spray season because we are entering the warmer months. We get to sweaty, things, you know, kind of start to melt off of our faces. So it is setting spray season. Okay, so those are the new things that I have in. So I'm going to start with the Sarah Creole stuff. Actually, let me check the chat here, see if there's anything here. Any questions? No. All right. All right. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are all here. I love it. Oh, Stephanie, me too. Stephanie writes, miss the old meteorites. Me as well. Me as well. Okay. So let me do actually some swatches of the two shades. So Vacation is the original shade, which is a little bit deeper than Staycation, which is what she just came out with. So here is the packaging. It's so cute. I love that it looks like a little sun. And here is Vacation. Let me blend that out. And then let me do a swatch of Staycation, which again is a little bit lighter. You definitely want to shake this up. It has a pretty thin texture. So here is Staycation. So I'm going to use Staycation, the newer shade, because I'm pale. I am very, very pale. Let me just take off these swatches before I make a total mess. And, oh, so I'm definitely going to do a Sephora haul video. I'm probably going to put that up on Tuesday, which is when VIB and Insider members can start shopping, because I'm going to go in store and shop. So I love, you know, I love a good online shopping session, but I just think it's fun. It's fun. And I've got so many Sephoras near me. I'm going to go to the one in Town Square. If you guys are from the Vegas area, that's the one I really enjoy shopping at. The ones on the Strip are bigger, but they're usually just slammed. And, you know, if I don't have to drive to the Strip, it's not something, you know, I enjoy doing, especially on weekends. Anyway, so here is Staycation again. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 brush, and just apply. Oh, it's very sheer. Very, very sheer. You know, I realized that the Westman Atelier Suntone Bronzing Drops were sold out. The shades 1 and 2 were sold out online. I was hoping this was going to be maybe a substitute, but it's not. It is not. It is definitely more just a very lightly tinted SPF primer situation. I actually don't see much of that on my skin at all. Do you guys? Very, very sheer. Maybe Staycation is a little bit too sheer. Should I try Vacation? Should I try the deeper one? Let's see. Looks very yellow to me. It did look a little bit yellow. I thought maybe it was going to have like a little bit of a golden glow, but it's so sheer. I don't think it made a difference. I don't think it made a difference. So let me try Vacation. Why not? I just want to see how this looks on my skin tone. So again, this is the deeper one. Debbie, the fear of the darker shade is real in that expression. I mean, the last thing I want is to look like I'm wearing a bronze mask. You know what I mean? I'm just going to put it on half of my face so we can kind of compare. Sometimes it's hard when I just put it all over. And I love that this is an SPF 50. Yeah, I think I have a nice glow, but it's so sheer that if you are looking for a little like glow up, a little bronze, I would just go with Vacation unless you're much, much paler than I am and maybe even more cool toned, then maybe go for Staycation. So I'm going to put a little bit more of this on. And guys, I've linked to these products in my description box. I've also tagged them on YouTube, so they may appear underneath what you're watching. But if you're joining late and you're not sure like what I'm using, check down there. I'll try and repeat also. It has a really nice glow, that's for sure. Like a little something, right? Actually, I think you can see the difference with my neck. I definitely need to bring it down or bronze up my neck later. Oh. Stephanie, looks healthy. I think so too. And it's nice that it's a light touch. It's a light touch. That's kind of nice. Let me see. This is mineral sunscreen, so it's zinc oxide. I'm surprised, honestly. I thought it was going to be chemical sunscreen. That's actually really nice for mineral sunscreen because I don't see or feel or sense any of that like kind of powderiness that you get sometimes. Nancy is asking thoughts on the new Victoria Beckham brushes. I am curious about them. I think they look beautiful. Some people were commenting that they thought they looked cheap, almost like Makeup Forever brushes. Not that I think Makeup Forever brushes are cheap. I think their brushes are pretty decent. But they actually reminded me of Shakuta brushes from Japan. The Shakuta brushes are ferruleless. I believe the Victoria Beckham ones do have ferrules on them, but just that wood handle kind of reminded me of Shakuta brushes. My first thought about the brushes is I do not like dual-ended brushes. You know, a brush with both ends, with a brush on them, like this. I do not like dual-ended brushes. I have to lay them flat. I can't put them in a cup, which is how I, store my brushes. So that was my first thought, but she does have, I think she has 3 brushes that are just like a single brush. I may get those to try. Yeah. Oops. Nancy, I hate dual-ended brushes, just won't buy them. Yeah. Hey Kat, what's going on? Thanks for joining. I know it's late in Singapore. I think that's where you are right now. Skipping those brushes. Sonia G all the way. I mean, Sonia G's are impeccable. They're impeccable. Hi Julie. So Julie says, I just ordered my VB brushes. I only picked up the ones that aren't dual-ended. Yeah, I got the 3 that have a regular wooden tip. I think I'm going to do the same. But definitely curious to hear what you think about them. And it seems like I've got a couple people agreeing with me on the dual-ended thing. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So this is my question. I've got this cream bronzer, I've got this cream highlight, I've got foundation, and then I've got this powder. So, sometimes I like to test powder or cream products over powder just to kind of play around, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Let me put on foundation first. That needs to go on first before anything anyway. I took out my Milk Makeup Grip Gel Tint in shade number 3. I really like this foundation. It's really quite nice. And it does stay on all day. So let me squeeze out a bit of this. Oops. Let me clean off the back of my hand first, actually. All right. So I just have a bit of that. That's shade number 3. I'm just going to go with the same brush. Let's see what this looks like over the Sarah Creole Brilliant Repair Shield. I'm hoping this is sheer enough. I think it is, where I still get a little bit of the glow and the healthy kind of bronziness kind of shine through. So just putting it on half of my face again. Oh, thank you. Julie's saying that she saw my most recent Instagram post and that my skin looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will say the lighting in my room at that time of the day is really nice. It's very forgiving. Very, very forgiving. But thank you. Cat, oh my gosh, I got to order whatever soon because 10% taxes. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. We're not even going to go down that rabbit hole. Tinka says, Michelle, I don't know if you tried the new Givenchy Prism Leap Glow Serum Foundation and if you like it. I just tried it and I liked it, but I think I need to try it again. I think I liked the previous version better. I think also maybe I got the wrong shade. So I'm holding off on my final opinion on that foundation. It's not bad in any way. It's just I was in my mind when I was using it, kind of comparing it to the previous version, which I really, really loved. And it just didn't, I don't know, it just wasn't like wowing me. What wowed me most recently is the Guerlain foundation, the glow version, which is their latest version. I don't know why that's not at Sephora. I was hoping that was going to pop up at Sephora, and that was definitely going to be in my recommendations video, but did not pop up. Did not pop up. All right. So milk tint just on this side. So I don't think it really like took away from the Sarah Creole. I think it's just evened out my skin tone a bit. So that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, the skin tint is really, really nice. Kind of blends right in and does a good job, like smoothing and blurring. And it really has such an interesting, grippy kind of texture, I have to say. I feel like Milk Makeup, they're always really, trying out new formulas, which I really appreciate, trying out different things. I think, unfortunately, sometimes they fall really flat. Like, what was that weird eyeshadow you had? It was like encased in paper. You had to like peel it away. It was almost like a pastel crayon. That I think did not work out that well, but I appreciated their like effort in trying to put out something different. Anyway, I find this formula, the texture of this formula, to be a little bit different. Okay, so there is the Grip Gel Tint from Milk Makeup. And let's just go in with the powder. Let's go in with the powder and we'll see if this and the highlight apply on top nicely. So again, here's the Givenchy Prism Lead Press Powder in shade number 3. Is this refillable? Oh, it's refillable. That's why it's got the cover. I see. Sorry, I just popped it out. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, there. All right, let me pop it back in. It's so funny. It was popped in here upside down, like the label was upside down. So I'm going to flip it right side. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit blown out on my camera, but there's the pink, the yellow, the light pink, and the orange, peachy shade. Okay, clean powder brush. Clean powder brush. Let me use the La Mer powder brush. I have not used this powder brush in a while. I keep reaching for my BK Beauty brushes when I'm going for something synthetic, but they're all dirty. So we're going to use the La Mer. Not that I don't like the La Mer. I've just been reaching for the BK Beauty. All right, so we're going to go in. Just going to pounce first. Barely any fragrance, just a little bit. You guys, this is so much better than the loose powder. So much better. My skin it's got that creaminess to it. It's got that really, really soft satin appearance. I'm just going to add a little bit more powder to the brush and buff. Gosh. Hallelujah. Yeah, this is so much better than the loose powder. It is more similar. It is more similar to the previous loose powder. I'm excited. I'm excited. I do too. I do too. I feel like this powder is going to sell out quickly. So someone commented when I posted about the release of this, someone commented like they hope that it's improvement over their previous press powder, which they said hard panned really easily. I don't see that, at least not yet. But anyway, let's just take a close look. So powder, no powder. It's nice, right? I love it. I don't look dry. I don't look flat. And it's talc-free, which is why all these companies are kind of reformulating all their powders. Blah, blah, blah. Mattifying and blurring setting powder. I don't think it's that mattifying. Brings the shine down a little bit. I think it's so good. Is it still available? I think so. I linked it down below if you want to look down underneath this video. There should be some, like, I don't know, some links. I also linked in my description box. Christina, you're not an idiot. Christina says, I'm an idiot. Which shade is Michelle trying in Givenchy? This is shade number 3, Voile Rosé. That is the shade. Yeah. It's really good. It's really, really good. Okay. All right. One last look at no powder, powder. And this is 2 light dustings. And you guys know I've got dry skin, so I'm really, really picky about how the powder makes my complexion look. I just don't want it to be too drying, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply here. So usually what I do with powder is I pick up a little bit and then I pounce just to kind of get everything, you know, set down. And then I pick up another little bit and then I buff. Buff and sweep. I think it's always my fear of like moving stuff underneath, which is why I like to pounce first and then sweep and buff. Yes. So Sour and Sweet 07 is saying, oh boy, I ordered that shade. Looks lighter than the website pictures. It is definitely a little bit lighter. Here, I'm trying to get it out of the light a little bit. That's probably a little bit more of an accurate. But I do think it's a little bit lighter than the Sephora pictures. The Sephora pictures, I think they just were kind of blowing up the difference of the 4 quadrants to kind of show that there's like 4 different shades in there. But it's pretty translucent. I don't know that it would make that much of a difference. I just realized I had foundation all over the back of my hand, which I forgot to wipe away. And then I got some in my hair. Yay, good morning. Happy Friday. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Kimberly's saying, can't believe the new YSL blush in Rose Haze sold out so fast. I can't find it anywhere else. You guys know how I feel about those YSL blushes. I think they're okay. I don't know. On my skin, on whatever I put down first, and I've tried it several different ways, the 3 matte shades that I have now, I don't think they blend out as easily as a lot of other blushes that I have. And the one that I keep comparing it to because I find them to be similarly described is the Gucci Luminous Matte Blushes. I just think those work so much better. So much better. But sorry, Kimberly. I'm sorry that it's sold out. If that's something that you wanted to pick up, that just sucks. Yeah, Christina's saying, I don't love YSL as much as Valentino and Gucci. The Valentino is incredible. Those are those are so good. The eye to cheek ones, yeah, those are so good. Okay, you guys. So you heard it here first. No, I don't know. This is great. This is great. This is much, much better than the new loose powder. This is much closer to the previous loose powder that we all love and miss deeply. Amazing. I love it. Okay, moving on. Let's try the Hoola bronzer. Shall we try that? Oh, Christina, thank you. Thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Oh, hey, another MK is here. Hey, Mindy, what's going on, sis? I am about to pick up partial order of mine from Sephora. So many of the items that I ordered are online exclusives. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, what's Chelsea Todd? Okay, fine. I will go back and order the powder. I love that you can place as many orders as well. Love maybe is the wrong word. It's very convenient that you can continue to shop during this Sephora savings event. It's not great for the wallet, but it is convenient, very convenient. Okay, so here is the new Hoola Wave Bronzer. This is a bronzing balm. There are 5 shades. They sent me original, which is I believe the second shade up from the lightest. So there's one lighter than this, and then there are 3 deeper shades. Let me do a quick swatch. There is also a little bit of like it's not shimmer, just a little bit of a sheen, it looks like, at least in the pan. Let's see if we can see it in the swatch. Maybe a little bit of like a golden. Do you see that? It's like kind of a golden shift. Yeah. Um, so, oh, Sandy. Hey, Sandy. Sandy Blair's asking, when's your next vlog? I missed them. So my next vlog is tomorrow. So I'm trying to get my vlogs up on Saturdays because my vlogs are generally long. And I think the only time most people have time to watch them is on weekends. So I'm trying to keep them on the weekends, generally on Saturdays. We'll see. It's really hard to keep to a schedule, when things come in, events pop up like this or whatever, but that's sort of the attempt. That's sort of the attempt. But thank you, Sandy. I really appreciate that you like my vlogs. Thank you. Okay, let me just throw this on and I'll get back to the chat. But I'm using also the Hoola brush that they sent me. I think this is also available. I'm not sure. Let me see. You know what I appreciate about this balm? It's not too emollient. Can you see that? Like I'm not making a mess. It's not too shiny or wet looking, so it's not going to be too scary. Oh, sorry. My neighbors are rolling out their garbage cans. I don't know if you guys can hear it. They're rolling out their garbage cans, but for a second there, it sounded like thunder. I was like, what? No. Yeah, they're done. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of pouncing this because I do have powder down and I don't really want to sweep. This is very warm. It's very, very warm. I'm trying to figure out if it looks too orangey or if we're staying in that nice like peach zone. This is nice though. I find it surprising that for as long as Hoola has been out, that this is the first time they've come out with like a different texture for it. Just gonna add some down my nose. Under the sunglasses. Oh, I haven't done this side of my face yet. Whoops. Definitely a warm tone bronzer. It kind of looks orangey. Yeah. A little bit, right? Well, I'm so freaking pale. I think a lot of bronzers, like true bronzers, not bronzers, not contours, they're gonna look kind of orangey on me. Let's get it all over my face here. I think it's too orangey for my skin tone. I think if you have a warmer skin tone than me, this will look great. Or even a more like olive skin tone, this would probably look fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jill. Yeah, yes. Yes, yes. Purchasing the Givenchy pressed powder today. We've got a question. Is this Hoola bronzer comparable to the Makeup by Mario? It's drier. It's definitely drier. The Makeup by Mario has a bit more creaminess to it. And the shades in the Makeup by Mario, I don't think are quite as orangey, at least not the shade that I use, which is light. I think it's just light. Anna Laura, I'm getting it because I'm olive skinned. Yeah, I think this will look great if you're olive skinned. It's just not, it's not great for my pale ass. Okay. All right. Well, that is the Benefit Hula Wave. And I don't have a new blush. So you guys tell me, do you want me to use the new Say blush in Mia or the Eye to Cheek? We were just talking about this from Valentino. I've got 4 different shades from Valentino, and I think my favorite, I never remember the numbers. Hold on. Sorry. I think my favorite is shade number 4. Let me see. Is this guy, which, interestingly enough, is very similar to the Say. Uh-oh. I think I Say, Valentino, Valentino, Say, Valentino. Anyone else? Should I do one on each cheek? Let's do one on each cheek. How about that? Is that a good compromise? All right, let's start with Valentino since I have that in my hand. So this is number 4. And it is like, let me do a swatch. And if you guys are unfamiliar with this eye to cheek formula, it's a powder, but it's almost like a cream to powder. It's so beautiful. It just glides right onto the skin. I remember when this Valentino beauty line launched, I was like, yes, 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 yes. These were great. The pressed powder, which has like a similar texture, is great. So gorgeous. Okay, so I like to use like a pouncy type of brush. So I've got my BK Beauty 116 brush. And I'm gonna pick up a little here. Just pounce. Isn't that so pretty? I think I don't know if I can change my camera settings. I feel like I look very blown out. It's different when I'm filming versus when I'm broadcasting here. So anyway, I apologize if this looks very faint, but that's the blush. Here's the swatch. Okay, this is shade number 4. It's so pretty, isn't it? And you guys out there, will you let me know in the chat, do you guys use these as eyeshadow? Because they were designed that way. They were meant to be eyeshadow or cheek, but I only ever use these for cheek. I feel like these shades wouldn't really look great as eyeshadow. I don't know. You guys let me know. Sweet Rebel. Thank you. Tinka's saying shade 4 is called Sweet Rebel. Yes. Okay, Jill is saying only cheek. Hi, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, oops, I clicked on the wrong comment. Anne-Marie saying no, eyes too sensitive. Okay. Glowy 16, hello. She's saying yes, she uses eyeshadow too. Okay. Okay. Christina's chiming in. Roman Sky is the only one I use on the eyes. Okay. Yeah, I guess it would depend on the shade, but I don't know. Every time I, go and check out the shade range, I always end up with one for the blush, the cheek area. Okay, so that is the Valentino blush. And then let me find a different brush. What a tongue twister. For the Say. I'm going to use my Chikuhodo cheek brush. This is squirrel hair, so it's got a really, really light touch. And the Say that I'm trying is Mia. So there's Mia. Let me do a quick swatch, actually. Sorry, I have too much stuff on the back of my hands. I still have that hula. But I want you to swatch this Mia next to the Sweet Rebel so we could compare, because they're kind of similar. The formula is not similar at all, but kind of similar. Oh no, the Say is more pink. So here's the Say, and here is the Valentino. And the Valentino, I mean, they both have a sheen to them, but the Say's sheen is stronger, I would say. Cat saying, need this, need more cheeks too. Yeah. Hashtag too many blushes. Hashtag not enough cheeks. I know. And I love all of this like blush layering that everyone's talking about. And in fact, Say is like, put down their liquid blush. I can't remember the name. The liquid blush that comes with the doe foot applicator, put that down and then add a pop of this. And I'm like, that's a lot of blush. Not that I'm not going to do that, but that's a lot of blush. That's the only way I think we can put a dent into our blush collection. Okay, let me throw this on. So I'm trying to back away from my light so you get a better sense of the shade here. There. So Say and Valentino. Yeah, the Say looks a little bit more pink. The Say looks more rosy. The Valentino has like a little bit of warmth to it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Bye, Glowy. Have fun at work. We'll watch the upload. Thank you so much. Oh, Jill, thank you. Yeah, I've got my Lucifer bracelets on. Love them. 10% off with Michelle 10 through April 10th if you're interested. And I've got my pearl bracelet on too, and my big link bracelet also. Okay. All right, let's move on to the Super Goop what's the full name of this? The Glow Screen Sunlighter in Sunrise, and it's SPF 45. And yeah, the active ingredients are chemical. So let's do a swatch of this. Oh, the texture is nice. Nice and creamy. Oh, it almost has like I'll have to put it on my cheeks to confirm, but it almost has like a powdery dry down. Not powdery, like it's not quite as emollient as I thought it was going to be. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just, yeah, it's subtle. It's very subtle. Okay. I'm going to use my finger. This will be my first attempt here. Yeah, it's really, really subtle, which is great because I feel like if you need to reapply sunscreen, this is maybe an easy way to do it. Would I put this all over my face? Let's try. Let's try. Yeah, there's definitely some extra shine there. Let me use, where did my BK Beauty brush go? Here. Let me use this. Just sort of blend it in a little. Definitely gives you a nice glow. You know, it's almost like a toned down version of their glow screen. You know, their glow screen that you can use as like primer. I actually talk about it in my Sephora recommendations. That has like a really like glow to it. This is like toned down, which is really nice. Do you, sorry, let me, no. Okay. Sorry, Sandy Blair, do you feel the sunscreen on your face? Maybe a little bit on my forehead, but I don't feel it here. It's probably because I just like slathered it on. Let me actually apply. Like, let's say you're on the go and you want to redo your sunscreen, right? That's always the concern. And I'm just swiping maybe the high points. I mean, you should want to apply to your whole face, but let's say you're doing like just a quick. I do. I kind of feel it on my face. I wonder if it's gonna like kind of settle in a little bit. It's not sticky at all. Yoko Rivers is asking, is this sticky? It's not sticky at all. There's just a little bit of emollients to it. I'm trying to think of another stick product that this reminds me of. Hmm. I'll have to think on it, but it's not nearly as thick as like a foundation stick or anything like that. It definitely is more like a highlight stick. Actually, Anne-Marie, you just said this. The Hourglass stick, do you guys remember their highlighter stick? It's like that. It reminds me of that. It has like kind of a smoothness to it, but you can feel it. It's definitely there, you know? So let's see if it disturbs any of the product underneath. Sorry, I'm trying to look for a bigger mirror here. Got my Armani bronzer here. I don't feel like it disturbed anything underneath, which is really nice. And it definitely feels like, and I think that's why I can feel it, it just feels like it's kind of sitting on top of everything. Ah, Kier Goodram. So like the Merit or not as balmy? It's not as balmy as the Merit. Yeah. Oh, Thomas Anderson has joined us. Hi, everyone. Hi. Oh, Mariana's asking about Miss Butters. Miss Butters is great. She's sleeping. She's sleeping in. I got up to get ready for this live stream, and she, her head came up. She sleeps like a person. She sleeps between my husband and I in bed, and her little head is usually on his pillow. They snuggle, usually on his pillow. And she kind of popped her head out. One eye was open, and she just plopped back down. And then I tucked her in. That was it. She's still up there. Lucky Shell. I never know what anyone ever means by feeling products on their face. It's just you can feel it. Like there's just, something, like I know there's something on my forehead right now. That's definitely where I feel it the most. I definitely don't feel it on my cheeks or my nose necessarily, but just, when you feel like you have product on, maybe like when you freshly put on skincare, like you can feel stuff on your face. Doesn't feel like just your skin. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um, oh, Kat, can you powder on top of it? Let's use this Givenchy again. Any excuse to use this, right? Let me put this back up. Got my Lumiere powder. Yeah, let's see if this works. Let me load up this brush. Yeah. Plenty of powder. Let's see how that looks. Bigger mirror. My eyes are going. Yeah, that looks nice. It didn't like cake up or anything, at least not with this powder. There's definitely some loose powders I have that would probably like not do good things over that, but that looks pretty good. Oh my God, you guys, this powder's really good. The powder is really good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But there it is. Yeah. Okay. What else have I got? That's mainly all the new stuff that I tried, but I did want to try this cloud set. So let me just quickly throw on some other makeup. I've got my Dior Onset Brow Gel here. I'm just gonna throw this in quickly and try not to make a mess. And then I have a whole bunch of makeup in this plastic bin. I apologize. It's like making a ruckus back here. Okay, I'm going to use my Westman Atelier iPod in beige. Oh, that little divot. I thought I panned this. No, not yet. I got so excited. And I'm going to use my Westman Atelier baby blender brush. This brush, was this in my recommendations? I think so. I think I threw it in at the end because it's just so good. Especially if you like a one and done. It works great with cream shadows. It works great with powder shadows. It's just so good. So MH is asking what my undertone is. I'm pretty neutral. And it's interesting, and people have like fought me on this, but I'm like, it is what it is. I am naturally, I'll show you like my arm here. I am naturally more cool toned, but because my face has gotten so much sun, I used to tan a lot. Please don't do that. I used to tan a lot that even when I don't have a tan now on my face has a little bit more warmth to it than the rest of my skin. So I do naturally have a cooler undertone, but my face has kind of turned neutral because of it. So that's why I can wear like warmer tones, I can wear cooler tones. Both look okay on me, but I do think cooler tones look a little bit better, if that makes any sense. Is that clear as mud? Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. I just zoned out on the chat. All right. Um, oh, I definitely want to put on mascara because I feel like that's always a good test for setting spray if it if it makes your mascara run. So let me curl my lashes. I'm using my Suku lash curler. Oh my God, I'm so bummed now, especially that Suku is only carried at Selfridges for us here in the States. I think there's maybe a couple of other places you can get it, but I think Selfridges is the most comprehensive. Such a bummer. Okay, I'm going to use my Benefit Roller Lash. All right, and then let me use, sorry, I'm going to cause a ruckus again. I'm going to use my Prada Lines Gliding Waterproof, Smudge Proof. It's got like the longest product name. Eye pencil. I'm using the shade Ember. I love this eye pencil. There. A little bit of that. And then ooh, let me use one of my YSL Love Shines. I haven't used these in a while, but 'tis the season for these. I've got shade 200 here. This pretty peach color. This is too pale. Maybe because my blush is so strong. I feel like this is too pale today. Hold on. Let's try something else. Let's try, which one is this? 207. This is much deeper. That's better. That goes with the the overall look much better. So this is Love Shine in Love Shine, right? Sorry, I don't want to confuse you. Yeah, Love Shine in 207. All right. Let's shake up this Kosas Cloud Set Airy Setting and Smoothing Mist. I love the bottle, very cloud-like. Here is the spray top. And let me let me spray over. Nice, okay. So Anna Laura's asking me, what is my all-time favorite lip gloss? I mean, the first one off the top of my head is the Chanel, the Rouge Coco Gloss. Of course, in shade 804, of course, we all know, Rose Nave. But I just like that formula. I like that formula a lot. I'm trying to think of other glosses. Sorry, I'm like drawing a total blank. Talk about brain fart. I have so many lip glosses. And you know, so many glosses that have come out have been these like hybrid formulas. So I'm trying to pull one out. And one that I love is the Summer Fridays Dream Lip Oil. I love this one. They just extended their shade range. This is one of the newer shades, Bare Sand. It's just really good. It has just a nice, like, cushiony, plush kind of feel to it. I really love these. Um, but yeah, if I were to have to just name my favorite lip gloss, I would say the Chanel Rouge Coco Gloss. Just all time. It's been years now. Um, so Pascal, Michelle, have you tried the Tower 28 mascara? If not, you should. I have tried the Tower 28 mascara and I really enjoyed it. But that is a mascara that once it starts getting old, which it did for me, I want to say after maybe a couple of weeks, it didn't perform as well. I don't know if that's the experience you had. I don't know if I don't know, like I did something wrong. But it was great when I first started using it. And then it seemed like the performance of it just kind of went downhill. I don't know. Maybe I should give it another shot. Thomas Anderson, you present an amazing gloss. Favorite gloss of mine is the newer Armani, the Prism Glass lip glosses. Love those. Yay. Anne-Marie, you love the Summer Fridays. Anna-Laura, you love the Summer Fridays too. Yeah, it's so good. Jill, so the Givenchy pressed powder. No, this is Wall Rosé number 3. I did not get the Satin Blanc. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting one of the deeper ones, one of the deeper shades for the summertime to use that kind of all over. I think that would be really nice. Stephanie asks, it dried out fast on me. I'm assuming you're talking about the Tower 28 mascara. Yeah. Oh, Emma's asking, well, this is interesting. Favorite scent to go with warmer weather? I mean, I definitely like something lighter and crisper. I love the Kirkchin Aqua Universalis. You guys know that's one of my favorites. Joe Malone's Grapefruit. I love. I'm actually today wearing the Diptyque Orilla that I love. That's sort of like an all year round thing. Okay. Well, it is 8:02. We've tried on everything. I've been here for about an hour. So I think that's it for this live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love this pressed powder. I love the pressed powder. I think these are a really nice primer. If you want to start with something, give your skin a little bit of glow, a little bit of tint. They're very lightly tinted. This, I think, was a little bit too warm on my skin tone. The texture is very interesting. It's like a dry balm, right? It's like not even that shiny. And so I think it goes on safely, if you will. Like the more emollient a cream product is, the more likely it's going to disturb stuff underneath. So that's like a nice texture for sure. This stick, I'm kind of on the fence about because yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about. I'm going to have to use this a little bit more, but I think it's very nice. I think it's very nice from what I've seen so far. And that's it. Oh, let's take a look at this setting spray. Here. Nice. It didn't leave any of those drops, so the mist is really fine. And I don't feel it. Sometimes setting sprays can feel like hairspray on your face. This does not. Didn't do anything to my mascara. It felt really nice. So this is lovely. This is lovely. Yeah, I don't know if it's smoothed. It says it's a smoothing mist also. I don't know if it's like smoothed my complexion at all. but it's a very nice mist and it didn't disturb anything, which is nice. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Have fun shopping the Sephora Savings event if it is available to you. Next Tuesday, it's available for VIB and insiders. I've linked to the new stuff that I tried on today down below my description box. You should also see them tagged underneath this video. And I really appreciate you guys spending some time with me today. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.